It is fascinating, also exciting, daring that a man my age, in my early 50s, is just coming into his own. He's just coming into, yeah, it's a wonderful time. I'm having a wonderful time. I'm having the best time of my life now. Guys, this is the African Zombie. Welcome to the YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, karibuni sana. Habari za asubuhi, habari za jioni, msuku mwema, habari mchana, msuku vipi, wherever you are in the world, guys. Karibuni sana. I welcome you. I invite you to come in. I invite you to a discussion. I invite you to reflect. Welcome, guys. I am just a little boy who is coming into his own. I'm just a little boy who is finding his way. I'm just a little boy who is excited about life now and the future. It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful. What are you passionate about? What brings you pleasure? I don't believe in the written text, as you may Google where to find peace or where to find happiness or whatever. I don't believe that, I believe it. You just let life take you. Let it happen. For me personally, born in the Caribbean, grew there until the age of 19. I lived there. Came here to Toronto for 34 years here in Toronto. Left Toronto for Tanzania 2 years ago. What a journey. Nothing in my life told me that this would be the trajectory of my life. But when it came, someone said in the comment section, right? And I'm trying to quote, like paraphrase. Basically said that for me right now, what guides my life right now, what leads my life right now is my Islamic faith. Because my Islamic faith gave me what I wanted. Before I came to Islam, I had no direction. Before I came to Islam, I had no foundation. Before I came to Islam, I had no desire for anything. Seriously. I was just someone who was existing, following the trends, following the norm, following the way that it was written. And one day, I have the urge. You see, when life calls, you have to be prepared. You understand? If the Most High call you, Almighty Allah, God Almighty, when He calls, you have to be prepared. You have to listen, and you have to be able to act. Because if you are not ready, you may miss the train. There were 10 virgins. 5 were wise and 5 were foolish. The 5 wise virgins trimmed the light, that when the bridegroom came, they were able to go in. The 5 foolish virgins did not. And when the bridegroom came, they started to run helter-skelter. It was too late. So you have to be ready. You have to be prepared. You have to take risk. And you have to boldly walk into your destiny. When my calling came, I walked. I did not give a damn. I walked into it. Everybody around me thought I was crazy. Friends and family, whatever. Are you going to Africa, man? Why are you going to Africa, Kerry? Everything you thought Africa so often, whatever. Because I know that I was getting what I wanted, the nurturement, what my soul needed was in Africa. The moment I went to Africa, I got the call and I walked into it. I did not hesitate. And when I said, when I go to Africa, I'm in Toronto right now. And as a new Muslim revert. It's kind of difficult, yes? Because I'm not hearing the Adhan. The Adhan is the most beautiful thing in Islam. I don't hear it. You understand? When I'm in Tanzania, I'm surrounded by it. It's in the atmosphere. It engulfs the atmosphere. It brings peace to me. It brings harmony to me. It's the foundation of my life. It puts everything into perspective. My life is balanced, in focused, in alignment because of my Islamic faith. It's what the foundation of my life. So if your life is scripted, it can be boring. Sometimes you have to tear up the script and be led by your inner voice. Hey, my friends, don't let fear hold you back. Don't let fear stop you. Come into your own. How do you find it? I don't know. Listen. I think people talk about find out what gives you passion. Find out, explore your passion, explore this, explore. I don't believe in that, man. I don't believe in that. Because you don't know where destiny lies. You don't know. I said my life was not scripted. Nothing about my life told me that I would be on this journey. Nothing about my life told me this. And this is what makes it so exciting. I remember the first time when I heard the Adhan. What it did to me. And I verbalized it to my friend. So you know I was not making things up. I verbalized it to him from then. And every time I hear it, consequently, I would tell him. But I did not understand that Allah was calling me into the Islamic faith, because there lies my peace. There lies the thing that will give me comfort and all the other things that I mentioned before. But every time I hear it, it brought peace to me. And someone said in the comment section a few videos back that Allah was calling me. Allah brought me to Africa. Yes, I believe that. So that I can come into my destiny. So I did not come to Africa out of my own free will. I believe that. Sometimes I said before, we have to get up from where we are. And we have to go. And if you believe in Bible and you look at men that was called in the Bible, they never stayed where they were. They were called, they had to get up from where they were, and they had to go. So I don't believe in scripted life. Let loose, let go, follow your heart, follow the inner voice, follow what you know, what you believe in your heart is right for you. Who knows? You may make a mistake, you may fail, but at least you said, okay, I'm going on this journey, come at me. And as you can say, I tried, I failed, I went, I conquered, I went, I did not succeed. Guys, look at me smiling now. There were days when I was in darkness. There were days when I could not smile. There were days when I was at work. I had to stop the bus. I had to get off. I had to walk around the bus. I had to pretend as if I was inspecting a flat tire or something so that I can breathe. And now I am the happiest that I've ever been. It is not a joke. So when I come here and I share with you, when I come here and I talk about Africa, when I come here and I ask you to walk into your destiny, because we limit ourselves. We allow fear to hinder us. We allow fear to become a barrier. And many of us die without ever understanding our purpose. Don't be afraid, friends, to make a bold step. Don't be afraid to make changes. Don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to open that door and walk into. It might be the best thing that ever happened to you. Live free. Make changes. Change is hard. Many of us don't like change. For me, I don't. But when I make a change, it is a change well made. Let's stray together.
I will give you 2 pieces of advice. First, if on the journey of life you get on the wrong train, get off at the first station. The longer you wait to get off, the more expensive the return trip will be. Second, no one messes up your house if you don't give them the key.
So life is a journey, yes? And sometimes when we go on a journey, we get lost. Sometimes when we go on a journey, we take the wrong turn. We get on the wrong bus. We get on the wrong train. When you recognize that you're on the wrong train, don't wait too long to get off. Understand this message, yes? Because it is for you and it is for me. Understand it. The longer you take to get off the wrong train, your life, you may put your life on a trajectory. You may put your life on a path. Nothing is working out for you on that path. But you keep going. You may be in a relationship. It's not working out. You may have a job that you don't like. What's stopping you from making change? Because it brings in money every month. It helps pay the bill. But you suffer and you hate it. You may want something different. But you continue the routine. You continue on the train. Get off the train. Make the change that you need. You are the only one that can make the change. You have the keys. And when you give someone the keys, you give them access to you. You understand? So you have to know who you're allowing to come into your space. You have to know who you're allowing to enter. Because when people come, they bring all sorts of negative energy into your space. Things that can mess up your space. Keep your environment clean. Keep your space clean. Don't just hand over the keys to anyone. You are in control. You know, for me, my journey started with Islam. My life's journey started. Well, let's back up a bit. My life journey started from the day I set foot in Africa and on the African soil. And like I said before, when I went to Africa the first time, and when I came back to Toronto, my spirit stayed over there. The body, the shell came back to Toronto, but my spirit was there. And I was here for 4 months and I was uneasy. Every day I'm angry. Every day I'm miserable because something was over there that I had to reconnect with, that was pulling me there to reconnect. And after 4 months, I went back. And when I went back to Africa, I reconnect with my spirit, my soul. That's when I knew this is where I belong. And every time I come back to Toronto, my spirit stays there. Because this is where I belong. And this is where I need to be. And until I understood the purpose why I was there, or why I was called there. It was hard for my real journey to begin, but the moment I accepted Allah, Muhammad, his prophet, is when my life journey began. Yeah, it's when my life's journey began. The last 2 years has been amazing. For me, the last 2 years has been the best. The last 2 years, I would not change anything, because this is where it began. I had no life before. I was existing. I had stuff. But the desire for life, the peace, the comfort, yes, I didn't have it. Until I went to Africa and I started gaining it. Until I moved to Africa 2 years ago. And I understood it. I grabbed onto it. And I'm living life.
You know what's beautiful? A simple life. In a world obsessed with more money, more likes, more everything, it's easy to forget the beauty of less. A simple life doesn't mean settling. It means being free. Free from the endless chase, free from comparing, free from the weight of always wanting what someone else has.
Well said, well said, well said. A simple life. Simple life. It's the most beautiful experience I ever had. And you guys know when I go out and I make my videos in quiet places, and I tell you how much I enjoy the quietness, how much I enjoy looking over the views, simplicity. You don't need a lot of stuff. You don't need a lot of things. Just a simple life, being free. You don't worry about the infrastructure. You don't worry about things not being the way that you are used to in North America if you choose to move to Africa. Because many people come to Africa and many people don't know how to enjoy the simple life. They still want to be surrounded by stuff. They still have the baggage that they don't know how to put down. They're still toxic. To enjoy life. A simple life. You can be out in the rural areas. I see the white folks out there. You travel Tanzania and you go out. You don't see white people congregating in Dar es Salaam. They pass through Dar es Salaam. And when you go out, you meet Chinese people where you never thought. Where you don't see our people from the West, our black people from the West. You don't see us there. Or you see the white person there living in the rural areas, simple life. Living free. Freedom. It's the most beautiful thing that I've ever experienced. And I wish that you could. Friends, this is the African Jumpy. Thank you for sharing with me. Thank you for listening to me. I pray that you find your simplicity. And I pray that you come into your own. I pray that you let life lead you and that you follow with an open heart, an open mind, understanding, embracing. Let it go. Wherever it takes you. I had no idea where mine will take me. And what an amazing ride it has been. Peace and love. Until next time.